Hello, everyone. How have you all been doing? Today was a busy and hectic day, and I hope you all have been well and hopefully not having as hectic of a day as I have been having. I have been DA. I have been out and about, running around, having fun with friends throughout my city, and it has been lovely. And we got to play a Warhammer game, like an actual physical in-person Warhammer game. Um, and it was very fun. Boy, do I have the tales to tell you. I just realized chat isn't showing. 1 second. There we go. Chat works now. But I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you're here, CI. Sorry for the massive delay in stream. I just got home, and my first thought was, oh no, I need to stream. When I sent out that community post, I was on the way. I was on the way back, but well, 5 p.m. traffic sort of is a bummer. I did forget to take images of the game, but it's okay. You were wondering about that? Yeah. It Like I said, it's been a hectic and fun day. I am exhausted, man. I don't know what too much to say. Well, who did you play? I played as so my friend collects a lot of armies, like a wide variety of armies, but he only has one 2K army. So I was like, well, you have one 2K army, and allied rules state that you can have a knight with and against. Okay. So he has a 1.5K Space Marine army, and I was like, let's just do a 1K versus an incursion match of 1K on each side, and we just make it so we have an allied knight because he has a 2K knight army. So we did Space Marines versus Space Marines. He did Salamanders. I did Dark Angels. The score, I let me see. Let me see if I can pull up his image. He named. Let me see. Save image. So what happened here is let's pull that up. Is it gonna show up? Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, North. I'm about to talk about the Warhammer game I had today, where I was playing Dark Angels and I was fighting. The image is not showing up. 1 sec. Oh, that's why. That is not what I want to do. Oh no. Everything's fine, guys. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Let's see. And then here you go. Here is the score. This is from his perspective. Um, it tabletop battles doesn't have salamanders as their own faction yet. Let's see. Can I move this so it is behind me? I don't know how to do this. I'll keep it in front of me. But it was a 1K battle, and I brought a knight valiant, which is the big knight with like a thunder coil harpoon. Granted, I didn't. I'm not too used to playing with Imperial Knights, so I didn't use it the best. But playing Dark Angels, I proxied it. He has characters. What turned the tide? Oh my goodness. I dropped the Lionel Johnson on him. I didn't bring the Lionel Johnson till his turn on round 2 because I went first, and I just steamrolled him, or steamrolled through his troops with the Lionel Johnson. That armor profile is killer, you know? Or not just armor profile, but everything about the Lionel Johnson's data sheet. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys to see it. But basically, I was just sitting in the back with my 2 units because I could only have like 4 units. And I tried to charge my, I think it was, it wasn't, it's not, the name isn't Deathwatch, Deathwing. I charged my Deathwing Knights into his Redemptor Dreadnought. Not the smartest play there. I thought anti-vehicle would do more, and then I discovered, not discovered, but remembered that he does in fact have -1 damage to every instance of damage, which means my 2 damage was 1 damage, and anti-vehicle really did not do nearly enough with Chain Fist. So I was just, that fight went nowhere. My Knight Valiant was just shooting at him, and it wasn't really doing much. I should have gotten it in close range, but I was afraid of what would happen when it got in close range. I know one thing about Imperial Knights, they're not too good close range. Um, Sorry, chat. Gotta cover you a bit. But yeah, I placed Lionel Johnson. I placed Lionel Johnson around what was that? I placed Lionel Johnson next to the knight. He charged the knight. I heroic interventioned it, and I just destroyed his jump pack assault intercessors. I wasn't being too smart with secondary objectives at the beginning, truth be told. Um, I got behind enemy lines and I should have discarded it, but I didn't. And I could have gotten area denial. I just charged in towards one of the side objectives. So it wasn't too well played by me at the beginning, but Lionel Johnson is just, well, it's Lionel Johnson. Let me let me actually get his data sheet up. It's Lionel Johnson. What's not to hate about Lionel Johnson? Let me get the image in. I don't know. In terms of prime marks, I tried Gilliman before, and Gilliman was alright. Here you go. This is gonna get very cluttered, chat. You'll just have to bear with me. I'm gonna hide this image first. And then I'm gonna drag the Lionel Johnson over where chat should be. And then, so as you can see, sorry, I don't know the right size. I think that's the right size. His pistols absolutely decimated his, like, well, his sweep. His sweep is what mattered here. 16 attacks, 2 plus to hit, in strength of 6. So I was wounding on 3s against jump pack intercessors. Jump pack assault intercessors, because it's, or is it just, yeah, no, it's jump pack assault intercessors. And yeah, it's very hard to not kill a Space Marine when the damage is 2 and the AP is -3, which meant he saved on 6s. Unfortunately, by the time I wiped his board, he still had 1 Dreadnought left, which was capping for points. And that got him, like, even if I killed the Dreadnought by round 5, it would have still made like a point difference of 3. in his favor, of course. He also learned the value of fights first today. Oh, fights first. The mighty lion of the forest just slays and slaughters and destroys everything in his path. I also love the ability that he has. I It's one of his Primarch of the First Legion abilities, but where he can, if it's command phase, and I think it is. Let me actually pull it up on my end too, so I can read it. It is the Martial. No, it's not Martial Exemplar. What am I saying? Um, hmm. It was one of his abilities where he can just. It's not on this data sheet. I don't. I don't. Huh. I definitely saw it on New Recruit, where he can return straight to strategic reserves and just be like, "Hey, I'm gone now, and I appear in your backline again." So I appeared. So I think it was round four. I did that. I returned the Lionel Johnson to strategic reserves, and then appeared right behind his knight Aaron. Oh my goodness, that was not a close fight. 8 attacks, 2+ to hit, and I hit like all of my attacks. Um, and then strength 12 versus a toughness 11 knight. So I wounded on threes. Also, I had lethal hits, so 2 of my hits already went through. And then an AP of -4, so he couldn't even roll his saves because his saves would have saved on sevens. So all of my wounds went through. And all I remember was like 6 attacks went through, each for doing 4 damage, which meant 24 damage. That's a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage. So, Knight gone, everything destroyed. Definitely could have played it a lot better with how I did my secondary objectives, but that's always my weakness. We were doing tactical missions, of course, because that's the most fun. So yeah, that was that was my Warhammer game. I definitely think the Lionel Johnson is a very good character for obvious reasons. But I just I don't Dark Angels is a weird one to for my playstyle. Cause Custodes Custodes every profile is roughly the same. In the sense of like you save on 2+. 1 second. I am getting called. Apologies for that interruption. We should be good and back. Let me double check that everything is working. Okay. Hello. Hello, Lazy. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah. So, in other news, aside from just the Warhammer game, actually. Yeah, Lazy, we were just talking about my Warhammer game I had today. Dumb question, who would win, the new Tau BS or Orbital Drop Pod? Uh, are we dropping the drop pod on top of the Tau? Like, you're talking about the Twin Lands, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you're talking about the Twin Lands and their data sheet. Let me find it. It is bonkers. Yes, okay. Yeah, we're just talking about Warhammer and nowadays, but it's you didn't miss much. Lazy. Let me pull up the image right now. So, if we're dropping the orbital drop pod directly on top of the Twin Lands, I mean, who's to say they're gonna win? If it's full of assault intercessors too, led by a lieutenant and a captain, I don't think they're winning. No matter what nonsense they pull off. Here, let me pull it up right up. Okay, let's see. Twin Lands datasheet. Okay, this should work. I don't know how blurry that is. We'll see. We'll have to figure it out together, chat. Let's see. Is this very blurry? Oh yeah, that's way too blurry. That is me moving chat. No, that's me moving something else. Whoops. Come on, select the right thing. This data sheet. The one with a comical amount of weapons. And did they ever release a points cost for these things? I don't believe I heard it. I have heard about a points cost. Yeah, okay. So, what I don't understand about this. Um I have my gripes about this data sheet now. Now that I've actually gotten a close look. So, this is for you guys to see, and I have my own reference. I hope you guys can see it. Tell me if you don't. But basically, they're equipped with a fusion eliminator, which is just a melta gun, ion scatter guns, which has rapid fire 2 and can be overcharged, a Shardstorm burst system, which you would think has blast, but instead has pistol. And then pulse pistol, which doesn't fire in melee, and is instead like it doesn't have the pistol keyword, and instead is considered a melee weapon because that makes sense. And they have rapid fire too. Like, just give it the pistol keyword and then make it so they bash people instead of just firing in melee. I don't understand it. And then all of their melee weapons are actually ranged weapons because, like, the pistol isn't even a pistol. I don't. Ah, yeah. It's not the worst I've seen, but it's pretty bad. This is one of the worst data sheets I've seen. Oh, and if they're targeting the closest eligible target, that attack makes a ranged attack. But the melee weapons don't count as ranged attacks. If they target the closest eligible target, they have sustained hits 1 and ignores cover abilities. Both combined, because we need stronger weapons for the Tau. Let's see. At the start of your opponent's charge phase, you can select. At the start of your opponent's charge phase, you can select one enemy unit within 12 inches of that unit. That unit must take a battle shock of this unit. That unit must take a battle shock test until the end of the turn. Subtract 1 from charge rolls made for that unit. You can't charge them, okay. And at the end of the fight phases, you can make a normal move of up to 6 inches or a fallback move. Any fight phase, you can retreat to shoot again, to do the exact same thing again, to shoot, charge in, shoot again. And shoot as your melee. I just. What? This makes no sense. Skinks from Total Warhammer. I guess they do play like the skinks, don't they? Just you shoot, charge in, fall back, shoot, charge in. No, you shoot, charge in, melee, then fall back to shoot again, charge in, melee, and then fall back again. Twin lance, the best orc weapon. I want to see orcs with Tau loot. They should make. There's so much combi bolters and combi this and combi that. I want to see. I want to see orcs with Tau weapons. I want to see rail guns. I want to see pulse weapons. But no, we can't have that. That's too good. Instead, the Tau get whatever this data sheet is. I don't get it. Whatever GW is smoking when boosting the Tau, I want. I do. I'm gonna fangirl over the Custodies for a bit. I do like that they're refreshing the Adeptus Custodies, at least the guards, the Custodian guards. Let's see, you said something. I doubt the orcs would be interested in long range weaponry. You're right, but besides some, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, let's see, the whole lore behind the lootas is that they steal loot. You know, they loot. They loot from the boys, or from they not from the boys. They loot from the battlefield and get whatever loot they can to just shoot the enemy. But then there's the flash gits, which also loot and build the fanciest, flashiest gun they can to, well, shoot at the enemy, because more DACA means more DACA. So it just it it really depends on the orc, but I can see some orcs definitely getting some use out of it. Let's see, let's hide this image so I can see chat again. But it's I'd still think it'd be cool. It'd be nice to have some unique Xenos weaponry for the orcs. Besides, the orcs are like a hodgepodge of everything already. Want deep strike? You got orcs. Not really. Not anymore. Want to charge at the enemy? You got orcs. Want speed freaks? Want to go speed and vehicles? You got orcs. Want a wog? You got orcs. But lots of DACA is also an orc thing. If you build, orcs are just very flexible. Let's see. But yeah, I'm just happy I didn't have to play against Tau. Oh my god. He suggested playing against his Tau army, and I was like, no thanks. I don't want to play Tau. Or I don't want to play against Tau. Getting shot is not very conducive to my to my enjoyment of Warhammer. Instead, we shall charge each other like real men. Fight in melee. Oh, that is a thing that happened. I used tank shock on what remained of his blade guard vets, and I steamrolled them. Literally. That's what happens when you use a knight to tank shock some blade guard vets that weren't ready for it. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, any old news. Oh yeah, I recently got into Overwatch again. I know, it hasn't been good since 2018, but I found it enjoyable enough. It's something to do. And if you turn your brain off, it's like Team Fortress 2, but like way more colors and way messier. Oh no. The hey. It's not that bad. It's still bad, but it's not that bad. It's actually mid now. I wouldn't say it's awful. It used to be awful. But yeah, enjoyment is all that is needed. Otherwise, why bother with a game? That's fair. I and yeah. Although also Overwatch did do me a big favor. So 2 years ago, yes, we're going way back to 2024. They discovered a bug with Intel CPUs, 13th and 14th gen CPUs, where let's just say the chips would request more power than they can handle, and they would literally burn themselves out. I thought I fixed that problem. Turns out there were two bugs that caused the exact same issue. I only fixed one of them. So Overwatch caught that, and uh, I I wouldn't say I owed them anything because I don't, but they did me a huge favor and caught it. So I will be fixing that problem as soon as I get the parts I need to deliver tomorrow. Yeah, Overwatch is just like popped up with something along the lines that said like, "Hey, your CPU, it's outdated. It's causing crashes. Upgrade it, or not upgrade it, but upgrade the software. Upgrade your BIOS." And I was like, "Huh? I thought I fixed it." Oh, it might be too late. The damage might already be done. The first symptoms are like not Unity games, Unreal Engine 5 games, they crash, and then they blame it on like memory problems. And I was like, my memory's going outdated. Oh no. And then other games start crashing and they blame it on graphics problems. Uh-oh. So I thought it was my graphics card next, but no, it is the CPU failing. The good news is, if you've been keeping track of computer parts for whatever reason, or just have been around the gaming community and their hate of AI, you'd know that RAM prices skyrocketed. And after RAM prices skyrocketed, GPU prices were already skyrocketing. So no one touches the CPUs. So everything's fine. I don't have to. If I have to replace my CPU, it's only like 900 bucks. It's not. It's fine. Let me check. Let me check. It's only like a measly 500 bucks. That's actually not bad. I thought it was 900. Okay. Yeah. That's better than RAM prices. So, see? Yay. So, Overwatch did me a huge favor, and I don't know. Overwatch is I think Overwatch would be fun with friends. I just wish I could get the friends to play it again. Although all of my friends have forsaken Overwatch ever since Overwatch 2 happened. Granted, some of them have already forsaken it even before Overwatch 2. Something, the meta sucks. Who would have thought shooting shields and being annihilated, and because Overwatch 1 was basically abandoned for 2 years, was not fun. Alas, alas. I reminisce in nostalgia. The memories. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. It has been quite a day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. I know what I could also yap about. I was I was looking through my subscriptions. How many how many points for attack moon? You want an orc attack moon? We'd have to get to Horus, Heresy, or Legio Titanicus levels out. Actually, we'd have to go past those games in terms of points. Uh, I don't think they'd ever do the War of the Beast as a game. I just don't think it's happening. So five, 5 points for an attack moon. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Although, the Horus Heresy points cost surprised me. Let me, because Horus is only like 1,000 points. I say only 1,000 when you have a game of 2,000 points, but that's neither here nor there. It's just, and I am jealous of the Horus Heresy that I think if I last I remember, yeah, okay, Horus Ascended is 1,000 points exact. I don't know. Have you seen some of these updates? That's fair enough. You guys have definitely heard about the new character customization that's coming, right? I have no idea how it works, and I still don't know how it works. Like I had whilst I was playing that Warhammer game, I had it explained to me, or like after the Warhammer game, I had it explained to me, and I was like, huh, I don't know what's happening. No? Okay, so in the newest campaign, so like we had 500 worlds, and now we're getting like 500 worlds continued. You are allowed to create your own custom characters. Like there are rules now for creating your own custom characters. Um, so you can kit bash a lot more, and you have official rules to back you up now. And let me check. So you get to choose your own keywords, and then you pick a specialism, which modifies the champion's core characteristics and keywords, and may change what units it can join. Uh, so that changes what rules you get, and then you give them hi, hi. I my OBS crashed. You know, a sign of my CPU slowly failing on itself. So yeah. Where were we? What was the last thing you guys heard? What was the last thing you guys heard? I can't get this. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It might also explain why my VTube studio has been acting up too. Oh no, the CPU is the root of all the problems I've been having. Ah! Ah! But I think we were around how the custom characters work. Here, let me pull this up on my browser and then start streaming the browser. Do 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 do. Um, that's not right. That's also not right. Huh. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. You're talking about creation rules. Okay. Yeah. So let me read through the article. Let me skim through the article. Yeah, so you choose keywords, then you choose a specialism, then you choose abilities, and then once that got sneeze. All right. Um, and then you choose weapons. There are tons to pick from. Quote, there are tons to pick from, and converting your miniatures to use some of the stranger options is a great test for your hobbying prowess. Let your creativity flow. Your first two weapons are free, and any others cost only 5 points each. End quote. So, thinking on that, each weapon only costs 5 extra points. What's stopping me from creating what is essentially a superpowered Custodes with like 10 different weapons? No, Custodes don't have that many weapons. They just have Guardian Spears and Axe. What's stopping me from dual wielding Guardian Spears? Let's take a look at attack moon. We create an attack moon. It'll only cost 20. It'll only cost 2,000 points, guys. 2 attack moon. Let's see. Here it is. Here it is. So let's take a quick look at this article. This is what they revealed so far. So we have a rogue trader keyword, which means they can take the backroom deals ability. Just, Agents of the Imperium stuff. 2 weapons. Wait, these are the exact same weapons, so 2 weapons. Okay, cool. So dual wielding pistols and then a power weapon. And then yeah, you get your ability, you get your specialisms, and you get your moment of your other skills and abilities. So that's just something. And then glitch the psychomech. Glitch on a psychomech. So we have custom Mega Blaster Hazardous and a Power Snapper. And you have to be able to model these. That's the only downside. That's one of the main limitations. You have to be able to build these yourself. You can't just Fury craft and then place like impossible weapons together. Unfortunately. I just realized chat is not showing on this. I don't think it really matters, but it matters to me. I must be able to see you guys at all times. Let's see, a long chat. Here you go. You're back. But more swag improved the leadership characteristic by 1 for every 5 models in this unit. And custom force field auto bearers leading a unit. Models in that unit have a 4+ invuln save against range attacks. That's pretty good. Top tier gubbins. That purple guy. Yay. And then this is Dark Apostle Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, you can just do stuff like this in the next book. Or in the next series of books that are coming in. The Maelstrom Lair of the Tyrant. And I think each faction, let me see. Except Imperial and Chaos Knights, whose big guys are already characters on their own, right? So, just a little Custodes character, or just. It'll be fun. Perfect for piratical to raid and ruin campaigns. Or what was the asterisk? Also part of the Maelstrom Lair of the Tyrant. Okay. Or an orc warphead able to equip psychic abilities, weapons, and abilities. Yep. But yeah, that's just some of the things you can do, and I think that's pretty cool. I feel like balancing about to go out the window. I mean, for 100 points, you could get like a comical amount of abilities and weapons, and it's just. I hope they add the. I think it can go into main game 40k, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't. It says each factions, so I don't know if that applies to only the Maelstrom. It might only apply to the Maelstrom. No, but they had a Tau do it, and I don't think the Tau are part of the Maelstrom. So, and they said each faction, and they've had to mention knights. So, yeah, I guess every faction should be able to do it. Although I don't know how that pertains to actual 40k. It's weird. It is weird, and the balance will get freaky. They'll have to definitely rework something. Some weapons definitely need points cost if they're gonna do that. But I'm sure, just like GW has a great, just like James Workshop has a great reputation for balancing, especially when they did the more DACA detachment for orcs unreleased, which was just sustained hits too passively, or when they buffed the knights so that the knights had a 60% win rate, or when the Death Guard Codex released and the Death Guard dominated and still are annoying to play against. I'm sure James Workshop has it figured out. Oh, I cannot wait to see what people craft up. They craft their own mini Primarch. Oh, they did mention like my model disappeared and it's back. I hmm, that's weird. But where was I? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people create their own mini Primarchs. Oh no, now you're wearing purple. Ay, ay, ay. There's a shades of blue, not purple. So I will. I don't remember what blue does. Or colors and meanings. Purple for stealth, blue for luck. I'm just very lucky. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, that's just how things will be. And that's what they're planning on doing. I hope to be able to create my own Primarch, but an orc. Create second Gosgul. That would be funny. Or just what if I create my own Sanguinius? Mom, can we have Sanguinius? No, honey, we have Sanguinius at home. It's just some guy claiming to be Sanguinius. Returned. Oh wait, they had an entire story about that, huh? Alas, alas. You guys are okay with the current frequency of streams I have, right? I know 2 a week is not a lot, and I also know that after like 3 days of no activity, you sort of fade off the face of the internet. Yeah, okay. That's good to know. Yeah, I was watching Cleo Aito's stream from Phase Connect. I think that's Phase, yeah. You like it? Cool. And I was like, damn, these streams are back to back. She streamed 10 hours ago, she streamed 14 hours ago. Like, she took an hour break in between streams and was like, all right, back to it. And I was just thinking, like, I cannot do that. I maybe during the summer I could do one stream a day, but I've definitely tried doing one stream a day before, and it burned me out really quickly. I could probably stretch it to 3 streams a week over the summer. Although I will have to take, oh yeah, I do have a vacation plan during the summer, so there will be like a few weeks hiatus, maybe a 1 month hiatus. I'm not too sure on the details of it just yet, but it's planned. I hope you guys are still around by the time I come back. Alas, alas, that is a problem for later us. Let us focus on the now and live in the present. Okay. I think I'm out of things to yap about. Truthfully, usually this is where I would switch to playing a game, but seeing as we're reaching the hour mark in just a bit, short stream, I say. 1 hour later. Yeah, it's considered a short stream. um, hmm. Oh yeah, I went Warhammer model shopping because I do at some point plan to get myself the Custodes Combat Patrol the one with the one not with the bikes, the newest one I believe, the one that's like 790 points worth of models. Because why the heck not? It'll be cool. And I don't have the money for it now, and I don't think I have the skill to build and then paint it. So I'll probably be relying on commissions to build it and paint it for me. Because I just like playing the game. I don't like building and painting. I am a terrible painter. I had a high school project where, like, final projects for art, and I was told you're gonna have to paint, and I was like, oh no, my sketch was perfect. My painting, not so perfect. Like my concept sketch was awesome because I'm great at drawing. Well, great is an overstatement, but I'm pretty good at drawing, I'd say. And then my like the theme was absurdism for me. That was my theme. So the bad painting really added to the theme, but dang was I bad at painting. Chef's kiss. It was made with love. That's what matters. I don't think I could do my custodies justice, and I definitely don't want to. I definitely don't want to show up and have the worst looking custodies and just be like, I did my custodies poorly. No. Alas, alas. Yeah, we were looking at Warhammer models, and we got to see, Primarchs, and I kept making fun of how bad Fulgrim was as a, not as a model. He's great as a model, but as a datasheet. Nurgle took. Yeah, yeah. Man, playing. I need to learn arts and crafts, like with actual cardboard, and help my friend create some ruins for his stuff. I want to be able to help out and contribute to his collection and be like, hey, we have actual proper ruins now. That or buy ruins for him, but that's expensive. And DW, make your plastic cheaper, please. It's just plastic. It's just plastic and terrain that you're gonna make obsolete soon enough. Why is it so expensive? Let me look at terrain. Okay, terrain store Warhammer 40k. Or just, you know what? Warhammer 40k terrain's online. Let's see. Wow, who would have thought that store named the terrain store doesn't have terrain? I could have never foreseen this. What the heck? But yeah, it's like hundreds of dollars for terrain. It's crazy. I can't. What are you saying no to? Sorry, I missed that. But terrain be wild. Just create your own terrain at home at this point. My model! No! Where'd it go? Uh-oh. That's not good. My VTube Studio won't open. That's also not good. CPU, please work. Uh-oh. Oh no. Ah, I have become the purple orc. I have become the very, very purple orc. Come on. Is it back? It's back. Okay. I don't know what that was about. Maybe me reopening OBS too many times. Ay, ay, ay. William Afton. I always come back. Inevitably. I am inevitable. No, that's the Thanos line. Well, I guess. What is it with purple beings and coming back? Thanos was inevitable and he came back. And purple guy was inevitable and he always comes back. Oh man, I am starving. I should probably go eat something. Uh, well, I'm sorry for the rather short stream today, everyone. I yeah, it was a busy and chaotic day. I guess the stream was also a practice session for my yapping skills, which I'd say I did pretty well. But yeah, I can't think of anything else to talk about. I suggest in Squid Race since he came back, but Purple lost coming back. The Illuminate? Yeah, alright. I am getting called once again. One sec. So, my brother is a little scoundrel that doesn't like doing his homework, and he's in middle school. And since I live with my parents because the housing economy is terrible nowadays, um, sorry, my scholarly experiments happen within my parents' domicile, where my sibling resides. So that was me mum calling and saying that I should probably tell him to do his homework, which I hope he's doing. And I'm gonna pretend I yelled at him. Not yelled at him. Urged him to do his homework. Um, I might. I do. I suppose I should get going then. I need to go eat something. Get my brother to be doing his actual schoolwork because he has school tomorrow. Because today's a Thursday and Friday is in fact not a day off. It is still part of the weekday. Well, it it's the beginning of the weekend, end of the weekday. So it's part of both. That's my definition of it. Sorry for all of the interruptions on today's stream. It was a grand total of two, but I know how annoying it can be when I just suddenly just have to say be right back and disappear. My apologies for that. Um, but yeah, thank you for joining today's stream. Thank you for listening to me yap. And I hope you all stay safe out there. And you all have a good one. It really means a lot. Bye bye, everyone.